A long way home. A healthy and happy Angus went to the park after depositing a fantastic stool sample on your neighbour's front lawn. We began the walk pretty much at the same time as yesterday, so I still can't figure out the reason for soft stool, and I don't know if Angus is trying to provoke it again, because on 2 occasions during today's walk, he nipped at 2 grass blades. Both blades were very short, such that he could swallow them quickly. He was scolded both times, and despite opening his mouth, it couldn't be extracted, and he didn't agree to spit it out despite my demonstration. At the park, he walked through the composted field, past the stretching seniors, a class full of children next to the picnic tables, and toddlers at the playground before doing circles at his prairie, smelling much of that land, including a newly discovered drain, and leaving his scent too. At the perimeter of his prairie, he was a little bit stubborn in wanting to enter impenetrable woods. Twice. At both spots, I waited for him to get bored of sitting, and after a while we diverted into the neighborhood where he ended at Burr Park and then headed to the farm. Angus inspected, smelled, another rain garden that had been torched, bales of hay that seemed positioned for new garden work, and a disintegrated squirrel. He looked at the log cabin, tried to enter the city offices next to Stone Farm before his full attention was on the honking pair of geese outside the barn. The sheep and goat were inside the barn, and it appeared Angus was not aware of them as he was fully focused on the geese. All parties were peaceable. As we exited to return home, Angus smelt the disintegrating wagon and seemed to want to play tennis. Many a time he would quicken his step in reaction to the tennis ball that was being hit against the wall. It was here that I made him sit as a German Shepherd or Malinois appeared, and it nearly made its owner trip in wanting to charge at Angus. Angus was completely relaxed in apprehending that dog and was duly praised. Instead of heading to the house with the chicken coop at the end of Burr Park, Angus wanted to exit and walk along Manchester and that neighborhood before we returned to familiar apartments behind the grocery store. It was very busy, so we walked to the pet store via the parking lot, and this time gave a lot of leeway lest he wants to jump at the glass. We could not see where Wally was today. Angus was tired and dry. He rolled on the grass outside the shopping strip, and I feared that he would begin sleeping. Angus strained to get to the discarded lunch outside the realtor's office and really looked like he wanted to drink coffee. It was a long walk today. We both were walking slowly as we were hitting the finish line. Angus refused to help me take in the now empty garbage bin. In noticing fertilizer on the grass, Angus was led off it to enter the house. I normally stand as he gets harness scrubs, but the stairs were sat upon today, and Angus practically was sitting on me and turning his whole body around to get more scrubs. After a very short game of fetch, because he cleaned up his toys yesterday, and he chose not to get anything from his toy box, he settled and then stretched again to get tucked in. He's tired and happy.